Hi, welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be discussing 10 ferret enrichment activities that you can do with your ferret. Most of them are pretty cheap. Some of them may be a little more expensive, like the things that you would purchase to do the activities, but for the most part I tried to keep them things that were relatively inexpensive. Having ferrets is expensive enough on its own without having to spend like $1 million on special toys. Ferrets don't really require special toys. They just require some engaging activities. So in this video I'm going to share 10 of my most used or 10 things that I do most with my ferrets for enrichment activities. Some of them obviously you'll see we can't do all the time, but there are a few of them that we do pretty regularly. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching and have a great week.
Baby, hi. Well, good morning. If you're waking up, you gonna get up? Come play, your sissy can't get out. Hi. Hi, buddy. Do you see my doors open? Oh, he's stretching. Oh, and he's stretching. Oh, yawning girl. You gonna get up? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, you is lazy. Oh, there goes Sissy. Come on, Sissy. There goes brothers. There goes. There goes. Sleepy girl. Is you gonna get up? You gonna get up? You gonna get up? Hi, Weed. Hi, new baby. Come on, let's go play.
Number one is the Living World Teach and Treat. I love this, the ferrets love this. It comes with a couple different parts so that you can set it up for different levels. That way you can go easy, intermediate, and advanced, I believe. And there's directions that show you how to do each. So my ferrets really love this. Most of them can do all 3 levels. Weasel has mastered them all, which doesn't surprise me. That's just how he is. Bear is a little slower. I think he's just not as interested. But they do really love this, and when I get it out, they get so excited. And it does keep them entertained for a while. This did come from Amazon. I'm sure you can get it other places. I will put a link in the description. Just a disclosure, it will be an affiliate link, so it's a paid link, which means I would get a small commission off of it if you were to purchase it. However, I really didn't put it up here for that purpose. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description. So this is a proud moment, which I wanted to share with you. This is the first time that Bear has figured out how to slide this little disc over and get his treat out. So I was very excited and very proud. My little buddy, he's watched his siblings do this a million times, but for whatever reason, just normally isn't very interested or motivated by any kind of treat that I put in here. So I was super excited, and he did it, and I was really excited.
Let's see if you figure it out. Push it, Bear Bear. Push it, Bear Bear. You got it, buddy. I'm gonna give you some. Good boy.
So this is the intermediate level, and basically you just take the 4 little tops and you put them over top the treat, and then the ferrets have to move them or knock them over to get the treat out. Personally, I don't think this is that difficult, but I guess maybe it is. I guess it depends on the animal. I don't think this is necessarily made for ferrets specifically, but it works well for ferrets. Weasel, they took yours. Hey, baby. This is the advanced level. You take the little green centerpiece out and you put in this white piece, and then the little tops fit around. There's little grooves, and the goal is for the ferrets to slide these around and get the treats out from underneath of them. I think this is like the easiest level, but I don't know. From my experience, my ferrets figured this out first, and it took them longer to figure out the other parts where the disc is, where you move the disc over, or even where you move the tops out of the way. But either way, they really love it, regardless of what level it's put on.
What? What are you doing? Look.
Number 2, bed sheets or blankets or pillowcases, really anything, any kind of old towels. They really love this. They just play in this forever. And it's cheap and it's inexpensive, and most of us have old blankets or something like that around, and this is just a great way to let them play, and it's something different, and they really, really enjoy this as well. Number 3, a kiddie pool. It can be used for swimming, which my ferrets like. They do it a little bit. They don't like swim for a long time, but they do think it's cool. Their favorite is to use the kiddie pool for digging. I fill it up with dirt and they just go to town. And as you know, ferrets really like to dig. Some people don't like their ferrets to dig in dirt because it's messy. I don't really mind. I mean, they don't do it that often, and so it just is a good reason to give them a bath, which they also don't get very often because it's not great for their coat to get a bath every 5 minutes. So they are really cute when they dig too. Number 4, cornstarch packing peanuts. My ferrets absolutely love these. They could play in these forever, it seems like. Just please remember to use the cornstarch packing peanuts and not the regular packing peanuts. Regular packing peanuts can be very, very dangerous if they're ingested by your ferret. I don't let my ferrets ingest the cornstarch ones either. However, it is a much safer alternative. Number 5, a large empty mailing envelope. I am an Amazon junkie, if you have not noticed already throughout my videos, and my ferrets really like it when we get a big envelope. They just play in that thing like, I don't know, it's like one of the cheapest toys. I mean, probably not, depends on what was in it, if it was cheap or not. It could have been something really expensive, but for them, it's a cheap toy. Number 6, playing in the snow. Now, obviously, this is not something that you can do all the time, unless maybe you live in a place that has snow all the time. For us, it's only seasonal, but the ferrets really enjoyed it. This was their first time playing in snow, and they had a blast, and they really made me laugh. Not to mention, snow is free.
You're getting brave. I knew you'd be the first one in. You always the first one to do everything. You're a brave boy, Weasel. What is it, buddy? It's snow.
Gonna sit in there. Getting out. Number 7, playing outside. There's lots of ways you can do this. I bought this awesome tent on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. The ferrets really enjoy this. I even use it in my house, in my kitchen when I'm cooking and I want to bring them down so they can be with us. I also have a gate, one of those pet playpens that they use. I have a stroller that we go outside in, and then obviously a leash. They love to be outside, so it's really awesome and they have a good time and it keeps them just entertained. Number 8, hay or paper bedding, and pumpkins or gourds or little balls, anything they could kind of root around and find and play with. I did this as a spur of the moment kind of thing. I went out, I got a mini bale of hay, dumped it on my floor because I may or may not be a little crazy, and they had so much fun. I got to be honest, it was great. I loved watching them play with this. I found pumpkins forever. They were hiding them in their boxes under their cage. It was so funny, and I will definitely be doing this again. Number 9, tunnels and boxes. This wouldn't be a complete enrichment video without tunnels or boxes. I'm sure that you know that ferrets love tunnels. They love boxes. They have a bunch of big boxes set up in their room with tunnels linked to it, and they love it. I hear them in there playing all the time with it, so they really just like this. It's kind of cute to watch too. Last but not least, number 10, ferret playdates. If possible, and you know some people with ferrets, get your ferrets together and let them play. I used to do this at our local pet store. It was super awesome. My ferrets had a blast. We did it every Sunday. And I will say that the only requirement was that all ferrets that attended must have all their shots, so everyone was kept safe. We really miss this too. We moved to another state, and so we definitely don't get to do this as often. It's too far of a drive now.